Welcome to Pindar Poetry. We hope you learned something new.
You begin by grabbing the Android x86 ISO and making a new Virtualbox VM. This is where you set the foundation. Allocate two 4 GB RAM and at least 16 GB disk so Android runs smoothly. Once done, attach the ISO to the VM optical drive and choose SATA controller for the virtual disk. This reduces I/O headaches. Make sure virtualization is enabled in your host BIOS. Without it, the VM will be sluggish or fail to boot, so check that now before moving forward. You boot into the Android x86 installer and pick Install. This is where you commit changes. Create or select an ext4 partition, format it, and agree to install grub so the VM can boot independently. When prompted, install system files to the disk and optionally enable write-back for data. This makes updates persistent. Once the installer finishes, remove the ISO from the virtual drive and reboot the VM so Android can start from the virtual disk. This jump-starts the first-time setup and you finish by running Android's initial setup. Sign in if needed and verify network connectivity using NAT or bridged mode. Make sure the VM's display is set to a compatible controller and increase video memory. Adjust scaling for 16:9 resolutions so apps render correctly. Once configured, install any recommended tools or use Android settings to tweak DPI and input. If the VM fails to boot or is slow, reboot the host. Enable VTX or AMDV in BIOS, and recheck VM settings like EFI and PAE/NX as a single key troubleshooting tip.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if we helped you.